Okay, so we will transition here, and now you guys can see me. Hello! There is a game playing in the background, but don't worry about that. I do just hope you guys can hear me. Let's see here. Oh, that's weird. Okay, whatever. I guess I can't. I don't know letting me. Oh, do I have to be here to do that? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Let's see. What's going on? Okay, so this is live. Mute this. Okay, cool. Okay, everything looks like it's going well. Okay, so while we're just, sitting here, so I have a couple things planned for today. We're going to be doing some writing sprints, some bullet journaling, some book talk, all kinds of things. So I guess we'll just start with me being so excited about my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. I can't believe it's already been 2 years. That's absolutely amazing to me, and I definitely love my small community I have going on here. Y'all are absolutely amazing, and I mean, I obviously would not be this far without you guys, so thank you for that. And also, I'm excited to see what the next couple years brings for me, so that should be exciting. Also, I have a nice seltzer water with me today, not sponsored, but delicious. As I spill some on my lap immediately. I love that for me. Alright, so we will start with the bullet journaling, I suppose, because I do want to share with you guys my bullet journal spread for the last month, which would be, let's see. So I did February, and I can show you guys that, but I also want to show you March because, and I just knocked the camera over. Oh my gosh, how basic am I? That's so crazy. Anyway, so I want to show you the spreads I made and everything, so we will do that now, I suppose. Let me just put the screen on this one, and then is the beginning of the year for me in this spread. Let me make it just a little bit further out than that. There we go. So I made a quote page here, and it was, I had a lot of fun making it, and then this over here, the Hello 2021, oh, it ended up so beautiful. But this one is like kind of setting the tone for the year for me, which was, you are capable of amazing things, because, I don't think we spend enough time thinking about that kind of stuff. Like, we are capable of amazing things. Human mind is, amazing. You put your mind to something and, you can pretty much do it. So I put that there, and then I love plants and like floral things. So I put these little leaves here, and I think they look absolutely beautiful. And then on the next page, I tried to make it a little bit of a reading bullet journal kind of situation to put in with my regular bullet journaling, but I don't think that ended up happening, so we kind of are just doing more of a regular bullet journal, and then I have the reading bullet journal off to the side here, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. But at the start of the year, I did put 21 books I want to read in 2021. I did write it in all silver, so you can kind of barely see it, but I do also have some reading goals for 2021 here as well, and it's just a really simple spread. And then I wrote the total read out of how many of these books I read, because there are 21, like I said. And then the next one is my YouTube schedule, which I don't know if you can read any of that. I hope not, because I don't know how to blur anything. But I just wanted a place to keep all of my ideas that I have for each month for bullet journal, or not bullet journaling, for YouTube videos, because I switched over my channel in, well, I want to say November. I switched over to a kind of reading, writing kind of channel, because I don't know, I was just kind of getting tired of making, art videos, because I wanted to enjoy making my art, but I wasn't enjoying it because I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. There we go, that should be better. Sorry, I'm not trying to blow out your eardrums. I wanted to change the channel because, like I said, I wanted to enjoy making my art, and I wasn't, because I was just making the art for the views for, whatever video I was making. So I've changed it, and I have a lot of really great ideas here that I'm really excited for the year. And then over here, I have my 2021 goals, which are broken up into life, health, work, and by this time next year, which is a pretty self-explanatory spread, like life goals, health goals, work goals, and by this time next year goals, which work goals are more of a kind of what I want to do for my personal work, because I do want to freelance doing graphic design, and then I want to open my own online shop and, sell my own artwork and stuff like that, and, do a lot more on YouTube and stuff like that. So those are all my goals here. And then Ko-Fi, or Coffee, Ko-Fi, is a platform that I use for making kind of blog style posts, and actually I'm going to be adding a lot of my bullet journal spreads, like pictures of them, to there, because I don't really use Instagram, so I'm going to be posting a lot of my spreads there. Oh, thank you so much for congrats on 2 years. That was very nice of you, Vane. It's been a heck of a ride so far, but 63 subscribers in, and I'm very excited to see what the next, even couple years, and then, down the road. So what I was saying was, I wanted to make some post ideas for, what kind of stuff I have going on, and what kind of things I want to be, adding and whatnot. And, I was saying that the bullet journal spreads from the last few years, because I have some other bullet journals here. Usually my bullet journals are pink. I have 2 pink ones here. This one's from the first half of 2020. This one is actually, I fit all of 2019 in here. It's got some very beautiful stickers on it. This one fit a lot in it. This one had some thicker pages though, so I only fit the first half of 2021, but I love the sticker that's on it. And then this one has a butterfly on the front. I always put something on the front of my bullet journals, because it makes it look a little bit homier, like it's, a little bit customized. And so, like I was saying, I'm going to upload a lot of the pictures of those spreads to the Ko-Fi page. So if you want any inspiration for bullet journaling, or, I forget what it's called. I just said it earlier, but like book bullet journal. I have some spreads for that, and I would love to share those with you guys. So that's going to be going on. And then the next one is my monthly reading challenges, which you'll notice I have not filled out at all, because January and February I was a little bit busy with college, and then we're in March now. So hopefully I'll think of a couple of challenges to do throughout the month. And then I'll show you guys later the lineup for books I have for this month. Oh, look at that little cat emoji. What is that? I don't even know where that came from. That is so cute. Aw. I hope y'all are looking at the chat. That is really cute. So yeah, I'm gonna be choosing some maybe, reading challenges to do in March, because I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Technically 11 books on my TBR right now, but there is a book that has like a bunch of different books in it, so I guess we'll see what happens there. And then here we move into the monthly spread. So this January spread, I don't know if you guys can see it like that well. I'll just do one page at a time here. So this one says, "Don't ever doubt your worth. You are worth more than gold." And it goes kind of back along with the beginning of the year quote that I had, because, people are worth a lot more than they think they are. And I did a Art Deco theme for this. This took me so long to make. Even this page here took me a couple of hours. I think it took me like 3 hours to make this one because all the lines and stuff and all the line work and whatnot, I just had to be perfect, and I thought it was a lot of fun. So then we move on to, I was trying a different style of things. So the calendar is up here showing me, you know, what day of the week is when. And then down here, I write all the days that I'm working and what times, or if I have a doctor's appointment or whatever. And then over here, I was going to use for my days read spread, which in December I had done, I would write in here, I read this book, I read this many pages, you know, whatever. And then at the bottom, I would put how many books I read, pages read, and then how many days were read, because I keep up with that kind of stuff. And then on the next page, oh, I forgot to mention or show the, oh no, there wasn't anything that cool actually. So then over here we have my January TBR, and I had a lot of fun with this font actually. I think it looks really cute. So I had my January TBR, which wasn't very large. It had 5 books. I didn't finish them all. I only read 3 of them. And that's okay though, because I was reading Midnight Sun, which is it's a very long book. So I did read that. I read So Silver Bright, which is the end of a series, which I love so much. It's actually a trilogy, I think. And then I'll actually talk more about that later. And then I had a page for my favorite quotes, although I didn't really use the page that month, but that's okay. I just keep it there just in case I see a quote when I'm reading and I'm like, oh man, I really like that quote. I definitely want to include that here so I don't forget it. And then next is the video tracker, which is where I keep all of my videos in order. So, you know, all the videos I did in January, and a little notes area in case I need to mark down anything like, oh, I definitely need to link this, or I have this going on in this video, you know, stuff like that. And then if it's been filmed, edited, uploaded, and all those things. And then the last thing was my brain dump, which I use this spread a lot usually, but not right now because I'm not doing a lot of thinking about creative things. I'm focusing on work and school, which I guess is a good thing, but you know, we're trying to keep up with things. And then these are the weekly spreads that I used for January and I think part of February. So I had the week up here in a much smaller area because previously I had them, let's see if I can find one that has some pretty normal. Okay, so I would have like the whole week is here and it would just be the whole week. Here I was trying to make it a little bit more effective, I guess, in using one page because I am actually running out of space in this journal. So I wanted to use one page, so I put the week up here and then my goals, my tasks, my shopping list, and then my habits here for the week, because I've noticed having a habit tracker at the beginning of the month doesn't really help me that much. I really just, I use it for a couple days and then I forget about it and I don't use it the rest of the month, or I come back to it halfway through the month. Whereas here, I'm looking at it every day saying, oh, okay, I want to read today, I want to, you know, water my plant, etc. So I was really enjoying how these ones were made. You'll see in later spreads I do change it up a little bit, but so far in the January spreads, that's kind of what I did, which, although at the end I changed goals to what projects I have due for school and stuff. And then the next month, oh my gosh, this is my favorite month. This took me just as long to make. Oh, I don't know if that's a little high five or a ducky, but I think it's very cute. Thank you. That is adorable. So then in February, I did plants like succulents and cacti and stuff like that because I'm obsessed with them. So I actually used some paint here and then outlined them really thick with a fine liner. And this took me a very long time to make too. But sometimes I think it's kind of therapeutic, you know, taking all that time to make an art piece, which, like I said, is what I had been wanting to do, and not just film it all because you have the pressure to be so perfect with it. You know, you become a perfectionist, whereas I just kind of did whatever I wanted and I had all the time in the world. And then we flip over to the next 2 pages, which they look kind of the same as the one before, but I did change it a little. So this is still the same. It's got the month up here and then that. This one, I made the days read a lot smaller, and then my stats, and then my TBR is here as well. And then we go over here, the upload tracker, and then my favorite quotes. I had one quote for the month, and that one was from a graphic novel I read called Speak, and it said, "Come on, you must have one goal." And the girl goes, "My goal is to take a nap." And I mean, I wrote that down because I feel that in my soul every day. So then the spreads here still kind of look the same. I mean, I added a sleep and mood tracker for a little bit, but I didn't really keep up with it that much. So I think for March, I'm going to try to figure out a way to incorporate it a little better, I would suppose. So then I didn't even put anything down here in the last 2 weeks of February because I was trying to keep up with all my projects. And then we move to March, where this is the biggest change I have ever had, not having a quote page, but just going directly into March, which is a giant sunflower, and I love it so much. And then there's just a bunch of little flowers like littered throughout the, I don't know if I can, there, I just don't want to knock the camera over. So there's all these little flowers everywhere, and I think it turned out really well. I really love how this, this calendar looks. It looks very like smooth and sleek, and I like it quite a lot. And then my goals for the month will just go right here. And then we move to the next page, which is my assignment tracker. I haven't written anything down yet because I wanted to show you guys what it looks like before I fill this entire thing out with assignments I have due and whatnot. So it's just, I put the class, which I have color coded them all here at the bottom. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to show you guys anything because this camera is weird. But so I have them all color coded down here, and then the due date for each assignment, and then when I finished it, I'll put a check mark, and then the assignment name is going to go here. So really excited for that. And then my video upload tracker is here again because this one seems to be the one that definitely works the best for me because it helps me see, okay, I have 4 videos this month. I need this one done on this day, this one done on this day, you know, and all that. So, and then this is actually a new spread for me because I started journaling again. I started at the beginning of the year. I did it for 3 days, and then I did not touch it after that. So I'm trying to keep a tracker so that I can feel satisfied when I color it in. I'm like, oh yeah, I finished all these days of doing my devotional or journaling. So I'm really excited for that. And then this is the weekly spread I have chosen to do for this month. Well, this week anyways. I don't know if I'll keep it for the entire month. I guess we'll see what happens. But so we have the calendar up here in the corner. And then the week that it is in like a yellow gold color. And then there's some little flowers. And then my habits, I'm trying to keep to a lot less of them. So there's 4 of them each week. And then, you know, I'll see, oh, did I do my homework? Did I work on some, you know, online shop prep? Did I work on any videos, or did I do any novel writing? Because I'm actually trying to finish the first draft of this novel, which we might get some writing done in this stream, and I'll be really excited if we do. But that's there. And then this is my sleep tracker, which I haven't used yet. Like any of this, I haven't used. We're already here. But I haven't used any of these, so I wanted to show you what it looked like before I actually, you know, write in it and do all the things. And I also still need to take a picture for Ko-Fi, but that's a different point. So we have that there, and then we have the weather, which I'm going to draw a little thing in like, oh, it snowed on Monday, or it was sunny on Tuesday, and stuff like that. So there's a big flower down here as well. And then the actual week itself is very skinny and does not take up very much room because, like I said, I just write in, you know, what I'm doing for that week, which isn't much. Although I do have to say I did not put a place to put in when my projects are due, which is fine though because I have that page back here for my assignments. But then we move over to the next page, which is a lot of utility things. So that's going to be more of my running to-do list. And then I wanted to do some little gratitude and whatnot here. So I have what made me happy that week, a couple of lessons I learned, or one lesson I learned that week, and then gratitude for each day of the week. And then on this side, I wanted to keep track of, you know, how much I'm eating because lately I haven't really felt like eating anything. So I will just, you know, I'll eat like lunch or dinner and that's it. And I'll just snack the rest of the day. So I really want to be keeping track of what I'm eating and when. So I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then what day of the week it is. And then I think that's pretty much it for this bullet journal. I'm I might show you guys some older spreads or look further back in this bullet journal and see what I have. Let's see. Because I do have some really nice things here. Let's see here. I did have some different styles of spreads. So this is an older one where it was the week was here, and I would have like a little check mark for each to do for the day, or like I'm working this day, or I have therapy this day, you know, whatever's going on. And then my weekly meals, kind of planning what I want to make for the week, and then my general to-do list, which is just things I want to get done that week, not anything that's like it has to be done on this day. And then below it I have my shopping list, which on this one it ended up really full, but you know, kind of like that. So then we go back just a little bit further, and I think it's a little different. Oh, it's still the same. So this was before I decided to do the ones like this. I tried, okay, well, what if I just use one page for the spread, because I don't need anything super special. I just need a place to write down things throughout the week. And then I was like, okay, what if I make like a little checklist situation, which you'll notice I didn't use either one of these spreads. And then back here is where my spreads are. Look at how pretty that is. That's one of I love how that one turned out. I think I want to make a print of it. And then we go further back. Oh, these are my rolling weekly spreads. See, this is what my college tracker usually looks like. It's a whole bunch of stuff I have going on. But I tried doing, so you have the week here and what events and things like that you have going on. And then over here you put all your tasks for the week, which for me, if I'm doing a task more than once, I decided to put all the days of the week here. So then you can say, oh, I did the dishes on Monday, and then I did them on Wednesday, and then Friday, you know, stuff like that. So I did really enjoy those spreads. And then before that, as we keep going back, when did I start that? Oh my goodness. Wow, I had that going on for a while. I know, you know, I just showed this one earlier, but I had spreads going on like this, where I would just make them a little bit decorated, and then I'd write down the things I needed to do for whatever day. And then this one looks really cute. And while I was enjoying like kind of how those spreads looked, I wasn't getting as much use out of them, and it was harder to organize things than it really should have been. And then, oh, right, when I started this one. So the month is right here. And then I had my dashboard. My planner was actually very small, and I didn't really like that. And then this is the days I was working, and then this was my word counter, because I was trying to keep up with getting this gosh darn novel done, which, spoiler alert, it didn't happen. I didn't finish it. And then my mood tracker, which you'll see I went through it, but I never finished it. And then my habit tracker was here, my sleep tracker, my college checklist for when I was trying to get into the college back in July of last year, and then the brain dump, and then those are the weekly spreads here. So overall, I would say my bullet journaling has evolved a lot even since last July, like looking at those spreads over there, and then moving on to these ones here. It's evolved with me, because then we can look at my first bullet journal actually. So we'll look in here now. Hold on, let me get my wire out of the way, sorry. Look at the first bullet journal I made, which was March of 2019. And fun fact, that's actually how this channel started, was me making a bullet journal spread to share on the internet. So I started it with a hello whatever year, because that's what I do every year now. And then I had the year at a glance, and then I colored it for whatever things I needed to do pretty much every week or twice a week. And then there's a quote page here. And then this is my 2019 goals, which you saw my goals for 2021. They were a lot smaller. Like, it didn't take up as much room on the page. And so this one actually was quite a lot of space, because there's a word of the year, personal goals, fitness goals, finance goals, travel, art, career, and by this time next year. And then just overall, I had a things to check out page, which I might add back into my bullet journal, because it helps me remember, oh, there was a movie I wanted to see, or there's a TV show I want to watch, or there's all these books I want to read. And then these are my video ideas when I was still making art videos. And then this is the first of the spreads I made for the year, which it said this is the start of whatever you want, and then this is January because I do a hello to every month, kind of greeting it. And these ones were very simple. Like, this was my blog post schedule when I still had a blog post. And then my Pinterest growth, because I was very into Pinterest at the time. And then I had a small calendar here, nothing special. And then my goals for the month were also over here. And then we move on. This was my mood tracker, which I made just a rain cloud with little raindrops coming down. And then it would tell you each color would mean something. And then my habit tracker. I knocked the camera over again. How dare I? Oh my goodness, I need to get better at this. So when we look at my habit tracker, oh, I can't show you very well here. We'll just put you up here. How about that? So my habit tracker was sideways, and I would color in a block for every time I finished something. But you'll notice I had quite a few habits here, and it was very hard to keep up with all of them. So I decided to obviously cut that down quite a lot over the last couple years. And then the brain dump, I had a lot of meal prep ideas that I wanted to make because I was really into meal prep in 2019, which I should have gotten more into it in 2020, but you know, it's fine. We'll get to it eventually, and then some night novels I wanted to read. But we want to look at the weekly plan now, which was very, very plain. Like, this was the whole thing. And you can notice that these are very large and these are very small because I wasn't very good at deciding how many dot spaces I needed for each page or each section of the page. So these spreads just kind of end up all the same here, like very, very much the same. And then February was the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return, which I want to make a print of this one too because it's beautiful. And then tea is always a good idea. Look at that little teacup. He's so happy. Oh man, that was a fun one to make for sure. And then the schedule changed a little bit, or not the schedule, but the, let me think here. The setup changed a little bit because I didn't need as many things. Like, I just still had the blog post schedule, and then I had the goals for the month, and then the month I made a little bit bigger so that I had room to like write down all these things I had going on. And then tea is the elixir of life is what I wrote here. And then I had a bunch of little bubbles coming out of the tea for my mood tracker. And then my habit tracker was very, very simple here. So then we move on to my brain dump, which is just a bunch of art supplies I wanted to buy at the time. But my weekly spreads got a little bit better because I spaced them out a little bit better. And they still are very plain and just very, you know, whatever I have going on for the day is what I'm going to write down in here. And then this is the setup that started this channel, which is, it says let love grow. So there's a plant that's growing, and then there's a plant that is grown. And then there's a cute little plant here. I also want to make this a print as well. There's a lot in this 2019 journal I want to make into prints. So then we move on to the schedule changing a little bit more, which is a very large calendar, and then how much I'm making, and then my Pinterest growth here, a couple of stickers, and then my blog and YouTube schedule because I was doing videos twice a week at the time, which I've cut back in the last 2 years to only doing one video a week. But my mood tracker was some leaves on a, on a vine kind of situation. And my habit tracker still stayed very simple, which I guess I could have put some leaves here, but it's okay. And then my brain dump, this was actually the month before we moved into the studio apartment we live in now. So we were kind of planning out a lot of things, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for my videos for the month, and then if I wanted to do any live videos. So this first one I said, we're just going to keep it pretty simple, make the spread, how I want. And then later I decided, what if we start to change it up a little bit? So I changed it a little bit, I added a bunch of little stickers. And then in the next one, it gets a little bit more different. And then I was just playing around with trying different spread shapes and where everything goes. And then April, I actually did a live stream for, so everything, still looks the same. And then this was my books to read in 2019 that I made, which I believe I own all of these books, so that's what I was trying to do, was finish them all. And then my expenses tracker was over here, and then the brain dump again. This one, I wanted to spend more time, you know, making the spreads look the same because I had, you know, so many things to do on some of these days. And then May was a lot of fun too. Anyways, I could go on and on about these spreads for quite a while, but the main thing is that it's evolved over time. So then these weekly spreads here, you know, they look very fun. This one didn't end up working out at all, but that's okay. But, you know, they look very different than they do now, or even did at the beginning of that bullet journal. So, I mean, I think that's all I have to say. Oh, the book bullet journal is just a black notebook right now. I'll probably put some stickers on it later, but for now I'm just going to do it like this. So this is my 2021 reading journal. That's what it's called. So the table of contents, I haven't written anything, but this is my reading goals for 2021. My goal of books is to get to 50 because that's all I could fit on the page, but I have read 9 so far. I haven't updated it, but I have read 9 books so far. So actually, let me add those two in there. Just put a little dash around each one of these. There we go. Which I'm really proud of myself that I read 9 books in 2 months, so that's really cool. And then on this one is my actual reading goals, which is, there are 8 of them, and I'm very excited for them. Oh, I can add my February stats here too. I'll do that later. But this is my monthly reading stats, so each month I'm going to put how many books I read, how many pages I read, and then how many days out of the month I read. And then at the bottom I'll put a total of all of these things. And then over here, this spread took me the longest. I actually made 2 bookshelves of all the books that I have not read on my own bookshelf, which you'll notice there are quite a few books here. And they just keep adding up because I have a subscription box that I get, and I haven't read any of those books yet. So far we're at 58, actually 59 books, because I just got my subscription box a couple days ago. And so that's going to be added here, but I color them in gray when I finish them, so you'll see here, 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 and here. I have finished all those books, and then I actually need to update it with the couple of books I did read in February. So then the next in 2021, and then manga to read in 2021. And then here, okay, so these pages are blank right now because I'm going to add actual covers of the books that I have read this year. So this is the books that I've read, and then this will be the graphic novels, because in January I discovered a graphic novel section at my library, and oh, I'm so excited to read so many more graphic novels. And then I actually own quite a bit of manga, so I would like to try to read all of that too this year. We shall see what happens. And then this is my book series tracker, which so far is 2 pages, and then I think there's a couple on this page, which so I'm reading the Harry Potter series right now. I know I'm on book 4, but I want to keep track of what book I'm on, how many books there are, and, you know, going on from there, which is really cool. And then we have the traveling challenge, the alphabet of books, the rainbow of books, which I think is more exciting than any of them because there's 25 different colors. And the rainbow of books is going to be the color of the book is that color. So Aragon is a blue book. So, and then my ARCs tracker, because I do get some advanced reader copies sometimes from a website online called NetGalley. You should check it out. It's a lot of fun. And then the Great American Read, which is the 100 top books in America. I would love to read them all at some point. And then this is where we get into my January spread, and then I do have a February spread as well. So I did my reading tracker here. So I did the TBR and then the prompts for the month as well. I decided to add because that would be helpful, because I have 5 books here, but which ones go to the prompts is very important too, so I check off when I finish a prompt. And then the days of the month, and then how many pages I read, and then my reviews of said books, which I only read 3 books that month, so I reviewed 3 of them, which they were all 4 stars and above, which is cool. And then on February, I had a lot bigger of a TBR, which I didn't finish. I read 6 out of the, I think there were 12 books here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So I read 6 out of the 12 books, and I read 23 out of 28 of the days. But I read 1,950 pages. Yes, you heard that number correctly. A lot of pages. And then these are the reviews of the books, which I had made the mistake of putting the, the book and the review stuff there already when I didn't really actually touch a lot of these, and I'm going to have to roll them over to March. But, my March TBR is very large too, because I started here and I said, okay, there's a lot of books here, but I think I could do it because I'm going to listen to a lot of them on audiobooks and stuff when maybe I'm like editing some stuff or making some art, doing stuff like that. So, and then I have the prompts here, of course, which I think I had on February as well. Oh yeah, they were right here. And so I have, so there's 10, 11, 12, 17 books I want to read in March, which I'm actually almost finished with one of them, and it's only the 4th of March, so I think maybe possibly kind of I might make it halfway through these books, I hope. And then the reviews will be here when I get to it. But I did make this a lot simpler, so it makes it easier for me to track my reading for the channel and whatnot. So I'm actually going to change this back. Talk a little bit more. Oh, that's not it. Where'd it go? Oh no. I lost it. No. Why is it? Oh, I know what happened. Never mind. I have it turned the wrong way. There we go. We just lift her up and that's good to go. Like I said, I'm still new at this, guys. Just bear with me here. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so the next thing I think would be we might start doing some reading sprints, possibly, maybe. Or did I say reading sprints? I meant to say writing sprints if I didn't already say that. Oh, no, actually, we're going to talk about the mountain of books that I want to read in March, because I have my March TBR. I made a video on that, and I'll be uploading it. I should have uploaded it probably yesterday, but that's fine. I'll upload it either later today or tomorrow. And so there are 4 books for that TBR, because I always put only 4 books on the TBR because I know for sure I will definitely be able to read that many. Although this one, like I said, has 17 books on it this time. I might be a little bit crazy, but that's okay. So we're actually just going to bring all of the books over here that I plan to read. There's a lot of them, so I hope I don't knock over my webcam again for the 3rd time now. And then a couple of these books are from last month as well that I'm just finishing up. So first we have, I guess we'll just do it from this order up to there. And then I'll just say which ones go to the TBR and which ones don't, because I get a little bit too excited at the library and I always want to read as many books as possible. So this one is called, oh, I'm so glad that shows up correctly. It's called This Place, 150 Years Retold. It is a graphic novel, and it shares, it's a history kind of thing, and I'm not very much into history, but I think in a graphic novel, I would definitely be way more into it because I love pictures and bright colors and whatnot. So I'm very excited to read this because like it is 150 years of this world retold, some of the most important parts. So that's that one. And then we have the book I need to finish from last month, which I'm taking a penalty roll for because I did not get even anywhere close to finishing this book. Look at that. This is the beginning of the book down here. This is the end of the book. This is the bookmark of how far I got. So I need to finish this book. It's called No Exit. It is, on the back it says, 13 hours, 4 strangers, 1 missing child, no exit. She knows her odds. She'll fight anyway. So yeah, it's a horror thriller, and I'm very excited to read it. Or a crime thriller, I guess is what it's called. And I'm trying to find an audiobook for that one because I don't know, just reading it, it feels like it takes so long to read. So I want to get the audiobook so I can listen to it and maybe finish it in a day like I do with audiobooks usually. And then I do have a manga. It is just one, and it's very thick though. It's called 5 centimeters per second, which is about these two characters who are both new at a school and they become friends, but then they move far apart. And the 5 centimeters per second is what they say in Japan is how quickly a Japanese blossom petal falls to the ground. So none of those go to the TBR, but I believe this one does. This is Overlord. The light novels, though, because I do love reading novels, because there is a manga and a anime to this as well, but I do love the light novels. This one is Overlord 3, The Bloody Valkyrie, which the cover is just so pretty. I just love how that looks. My camera's not doing it any justice, but it looks very cool. And my favorite thing probably is that the inside of the cover is actually red. So that's very cool. And I believe this goes to the TBR for next month. Or this month. I keep forgetting we're in March already. And then another book that I need to finish that I didn't from last month is Bram Stoker's Dracula. I have a very beautiful copy that I got from Barnes & Noble because I saw it and I said, well, I can't not buy it. It's so pretty, and it has sprayed edges too. And in the comments, in the chat, y'all can let me know what you're reading this month too. Like, I would definitely love to hear what y'all are reading because I love books and I always want to learn about new ones that I've never heard of, and like, I don't know. I like to expand my horizons on books too. Like, I started to read a crime thriller. I'm reading, a graphic novel that's about some history things and stuff like that. So definitely always share with me what you guys are reading because I always want to know what books are out there that I've never heard of. Or I've just been a little bit scared to start because I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. Like this book, for example, actually, this one is called Water for Elephants. I feel like everybody's heard about this book. And this one is definitely going to the TBR because this one is for a book I'm scared to start. Because I heard it's really sad, but I just didn't want to read a sad book at the time, I guess. But yeah, so this one is on the TBR for my March situation. And then this one is a book that I've been hearing about for a little while, actually. It's a very chunky one. It's very chunky, but the cover is beautiful. It's called Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, and I can't wait to read it. I believe it's a standalone novel. He has other books that go together, I believe. So there's the Reckoner series as well that has 3 books so far, if not being a trilogy. I'm not sure. It says the Mistborn trilogy. I don't know if these go to that or this does or it's a standalone. But anyways, I'm very excited to read this book this month, which I picked a lot of big books. And it looks like Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collins. I expect a lot about the Hunger Games world, and I'm only on chapter 3. So I heard about that one, and I was going to read it last year, but I never really got around to it. And I heard it was kind of about, like you were saying, it explained a lot about the world and like kind of President Snow and like what's going on before the beginning of the first Hunger Games book. So I might actually have to definitely put that on my TBR. I'll have to see if my library has it. Because I definitely want to read that one and kind of get more of an idea of, like you said, the Hunger Games world, because why is the world like that? That's so weird. So, that's so cool. Okay. Oh man. Now I'll have to add that. That's so cool. So, there's only a couple more books, I promise, and then we can get into some writing if you want or whatever. But, the next one is Scythe, which I've also been hearing a lot about. So this one is, on the back it says, a world with no hunger, no disease, no war, no misery. Humanity has conquered all those things and has even conquered death. Now scythes are the only ones who can end life, and they are commanded to do so in order to keep the size of the population under control. That is the craziest thing I have ever heard. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have not actually read the synopsis of this book, or like the, well, I guess it's kind of a synopsis, but not really, summary of the book. But yeah, that sounds really cool to read now. And this one I also got from the library. A lot of these books have come from my library because they're the best place to go when you can't actually buy books. And then this one is a book I got in my Scribbler box a couple months ago. So this one's called The Skylark Secret, and I believe it's like a contemporary or something. It takes place in the 1940s and then the 1970s. It kind of switches between the two in like different little diary entries. And it's about a girl who finds out more about her past, about her parents as the war is going on. And then, you know, you read about her life now and like how it's changed and stuff, which now being the 70s. But I don't know. We'll see how this one goes. It looks very long. We'll see. And then this is the book I'm actually most excited to finish reading, and why I said I would probably finish one of my March books today or tomorrow is because I'm reading for a Divergent collection, which is, so Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant, those are all, they're a trilogy of books by Veronica Roth, which I loved it. I thought it was great. I read the first one. I'm in the second one right now. But this one takes place, the guy's name is Four. His name is actually Tobias. But he goes by Four because he has 4 fears, and they never go away, I guess. And this explains his story before he meets, I don't remember her name. I think her name is Beatrice maybe? Yeah, before he meets her, this is his own story of him choosing which faction he wants to be in and being an initiate and then going through all of those things. So this is definitely my most exciting book for the month here. And then I only have one more book. I swear there's only one more book. And then I'm reading all the Chronicle of Narnia books, but they're over there in a whole, it came in a, like one book, but there's 7 in it. Like they're just all together, I guess. So this one is called The Glass Spare, and this one is about, I don't even know how to say that person's name, is the 4th child and only daughter of the king of the world's wealthiest nation, has grown up in shadows, kept hidden from the world in order to serve as a spy for her father, whose obsession with building his empire is causing a war. Will wants nothing more than to explore the world beyond her kingdom if only her father would give her the chance. Until one night, Will is attacked and she discovers a dangerous secret. Her touch turns people into gemstones. At first, Will is horrified by her power, but as she tests her limits, she is drawn more and more to the strange and volatile ability. And when it leads to tragedy, though, Will is forced to face the destructive power within her and finally leave her home and seek the truth and a cure. Huh. That sounds super cool. Which makes sense for the cover because there's little gems all over it. I don't know if you guys can see that. But there's a lot of gems all over it and it looks so cool. Huh. So that's all the books that I'm planning to read this month. And they look very largely tall over there. Like if I just turn it this way, you can see the big stack of books over there along with a bunch of other things. But the stack of books is very high. So we have all of those things going on, and I'm very excited to read all of those books, which most excited to probably finish one of the books tomorrow, which that's probably the fastest I've ever read a book. Besides Turtles All the Way Down. I did read that book in, I think I read that one in 3 days, so that'll be really cool. I think next we will do, I don't know if we want to do any writing sprints, which is just kind of, I set a timer, and then we write for that long, and then we talk about, you know, how much we wrote and all that stuff. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, that'll be the, yes, this is the things I want. Okay, so I'm gonna need this one. Come on, there we go, it's back. Okay, I guess we could probably do a couple writing sprints. I'll just need to move the webcam a little bit out of the way so I can actually get to my keyboard and use it to type. Alright, so I will change the screen over to this one, which will show us the, it should in a minute. I'm waiting for it to show up. This thing's a little bit slow. If I make it full screen, will that be better? Yeah. Okay. So, the screen here, this is just my document that I'm using to write on. Actually, also, somebody told me about an app to use that actually does the, it's called note or something. Millinote, I think. Oh gosh, she's gonna yell at me in a minute. I know she is. But it's amazing, and like, I don't know, it goes so much more in depth into your characters and your story and everything. She could probably say way more than I could about this, but it is a fantastic app, and I might start using it sometime soon to help organize my novel a lot more, because it is kind of a whole hot mess. So we will see what happens with that, I suppose. So now I suppose we just need to choose a time to go on the sprint for, or we could just talk about my novel and the way I write it. So the way I write is very weird, actually, because it's kind of funny, but I just like start going. I just go for it. So this whole thing here, also this is 293 pages and 64,000 words. This novel has taken me 3 years to write. So this is the beginning here. Then we scroll down, we scroll down, we scroll down. First section starts with the diary entry, and then we write a whole lot of stuff, lots of this nonsense going on. Okay, so hold on a minute. Okay, so that's Celine. And then we scroll down, and what I do when I don't know what to do for a section, because I decided to add 2 more people to this I can't even think, to this story, their point of views, which would be Damien, and then Vlad is further down. So what we know about him so far, what he's doing now, and then what he should be doing in this section. Hopefully we'll see all of those things happen. And then the next section is, what can we have him doing now? What is he doing in this section? You know, stuff like that. And then we scroll down, because I have 2 characters still already for the story, because that's what I started with, and I'm actually changing it to third-person perspective, third-person past, I believe, because I feel like it'll give me more room to be a little bit more descriptive and not just say the say I, me, and my all the time, because that's just a whole lot of a process. What is happening here? Hold on, something happening. Okay, check Twitter real quick, see what's going on, because that's weird. I don't know what's going on. Oh, cool. Did it get retweeted then? Is that what happened? Oh, it did. Cool. Okay, so see activity looking like on that. Okay, so that's really cool. But yeah, so my that person sounds amazing. Thank you. I don't know which character you're talking about, but oh, the one that said talking about Millinote. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's a great. She's actually writing a novel herself, and I really want to read it sometime soon, because y'all, there's so many twists and turns in this novel, and it's just, oh, and it's gonna be a series. Come on, how does it get better than that? I mean, I don't think it gets better than that. So yeah, no, very, very exciting to hopefully read that when she finishes it, because I would love to read it for whatever, you know, beta reading, all those things. All right, let's open a timer on Google, and then we'll have to decide a time here. I could do, let's see, dice, roll. So we'll do, not that, 2 d20s maybe? And then we'll choose from there how much we want to write for. I don't know. We might talk a little bit more about this this whole story I have going on here, because, okay, so the story of this character is, this character is a, his name is Xander, and he is a vampire who must give blood instead of drink it to survive. And the thing is, oh my gosh, you're gonna make me blush. Nuh-uh, I would never. See, the great thing is no one can see you, but they can see me. So, Right, so this character has to give blood instead of drink it in order to survive because he was cursed a very long time ago. And, you know, we find out a lot about that, how he was cursed, you know, his parents' history, how they died. There's a love interest. Her name is Celine. And, you know, we find out more about her and that she's actually more than what she seems, but she doesn't even know that herself. So we definitely see that through this whole novel, and she's a very great character for this novel. And then there's a couple, you know, supporting characters like his Uncle Elijah and oh, that was weird. That got weird. It like flashed for a minute. So why is it not? That's weird. So there's no like. One of my favorite characters, I don't remember what I changed her name to, but in the original, her name was Cora, and she was the best character because she's a witch, but she has a spell that she continually does to keep herself young, so she's actually like an 8-year-old kid, and it's so funny to see her, you know, being a child, but at the same time, she's actually really smart because she's like a hundreds of years old witch, and, so that's really cool. And then, what other, like, cool supporting characters do I have? I don't know. But, oh, there's, Celine's 2 best friends from school. Those guys are really cool. Maybe they'll make a larger appearance in the rewrite that I have going on right now. But so far, I have, you know, the 60,000 words, and I'm not even, like, I don't even think I'm halfway through this story, to be quite honest. I think it's gonna be like, we were looking at Skyward and Dracula and stuff and saying, you know, that's a very long book, but, oh, that's weird. Huh. I'm saying it's a long book, but I think mine is just going to be as long. Like, it's going to be like Twilight all over again, but way better, I hope. In a better romance and not sparkly vampires, because that's just weird. So, yeah, that's what we have going on for these novels I have going on, because, you know, it's a good time. It's a good time. Very exciting things going on. I don't know that there's much else to talk about. We've been going on for almost an hour, and my throat is starting to get dry. So, I think I might end the stream here. And I hope you guys had fun getting to, you know, kind of hang out for my 2-year stream and watch me, you know, try to figure out how a webcam works and how to stream, and, you know, using all these different screens and, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, no, I hope you guys had fun, and I will be uploading a video in the next day or two, so make sure you look out for it, and I will see you guys in the next video.